Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all my Muslim viewers, and hello and welcome to my other viewers. You are welcome to another video brought to you specially by Mariam. Now, I'm so sorry to all my I'm apologizing to all my subscribers for not uploading a video last week Thursday. I was very busy, and due to that I couldn't make it. I'm really sorry. So today's video, like I said, is about how to organize your spices in 4 different ways. Now, before we get to that, I would like to give you some points that will make organizing your spices really easy. Like we all know, my organizing style is all about ease. Now, when organizing spices, keep it within reach, very close to your cooker. Now, when I say close to your cooker, I don't mean so close to your stove where, for example, you might be using plastic containers, and if it's so close, it could be there could be a fire hazard and things like that. Not that close, but in the closest drawer or shelf or cabinet to the cooker. Now, the second point is to corral it or basket it. What I mean by this is that gather all your spices together in one basket to reduce back and forth movement. And I've noticed that women or men who keep their spices individually tend to have a very cluttered and messy cabinet. Why? Because you want to cook, then you get your thyme, you put it down on the kitchen counter, and then you get your curry, you put it on the kitchen counter, and then you return it, and sometimes you are in such a hurry that you just even throw it back, and everything just looks like a big mess. So please put all your spices together in baskets. Like if you can see the ones I have done, I have my spices in one, my herbs in one, my delicious tasty Mama's Delight spices in one. They all have their own individual containers, baskets. So that's very important to really make your life easy. Then organize by type or by letter. You can choose to organize your spices together in one basket, and your herbs like parsley, thyme, basil, bay leaves in another one. So that also makes things easy. But another very important point is that put the spices that you use most often in front, and the ones that you use less often at the back. Also, try to get airtight jars. Try to get airtight jars to store your spices in, okay, because this will help to keep the moisture out and to preserve the spice shelf life for a longer period. Now, another extremely important point, please purge your spices. This is very important. And also, you can try to, if you can get multi-purpose spices that you can use to cook a range of dishes, this is way better for you. It's not necessary that you have to have every spice that you see in the supermarket in your shelf. At the end of the day, you might even end up not using some and throwing them away. That's one. And then number two, it creates a huge mess. And then lastly, you don't have to buy airtight jars if your spice already comes in such containers, like the one the Mama's Delight spices comes in already. So that's another important point I want you to keep. And then the last point is to have a regular routine for cleaning your spices. I can assure you, to clean your spices or your spice cabinet would not take more than 10 minutes of your day. And if you can do this for just maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, that's okay. Just bring the baskets down, take out the jars, clean it quickly with a wet dish towel, clean inside the basket, and put it back, and that's it. Very easy. So that way your spice cabinet or drawer or shelf would always look clean. And then so yeah, that's basically the points I want you to take note of. Then now I organize my spices in 4 different ways. Okay, now the first way is if you buy in large quantities from the store. If you buy in large quantities from the store, then you need this airtight jars. And I got mine from 1 to 10 dirham stores, and I know that Ikea carries a range. I would insert some pictures. From the ones that I saw in Ikea that you can also buy from there. So just make sure that it has a vacuum seal. If you look closely at the jars, let me zoom in. Yeah, you will see that it has like a white plastic rim around the lid, so that ensures that it's airtight and moisture doesn't come in. So, but if you buy your spices in jars that are already airtight, then you don't need to spend extra money on getting beautiful jars or anything like that. Just get a basket and put them all in. And a tip is that if you want uniformity, as in you want everything to look the same, because really uniformity actually looks beautiful, what you can do is that once you finish the spices inside a jar, wash that jar out and then pour another spice that you would buy in the store into that jar, or your salt or other things, put them all into the jar, so that all your spices will look your spices will look the same, as in they'll all be in the same jars and look, beautiful. And then the third one, sorry, is that you can use bigger containers. If you're the type that you don't have time to keep on refilling containers, then get bigger jars. These jars are big enough for me, but you might want to get bigger ones. They are available in the stores. So then the last way is by using shelves. I don't know if you can see this clearly. Okay, so you organize using shelves, so that way you don't even need to open the cabinet or open drawers or anything. It's just close to you, and you use it, cover it, and put it back. Very easy. So those are 4 different ways to organize your spices. And then don't forget what I taught you in the first video about organizing your pantry, that you should always have an overflow bin for extra spices or extra foodstuffs or anything, so that when your spices are finished you can always refill. So that's my extra spice jar, so that it's easy for me, and you can see it's very close to the spice container, so it's so easy for me to just refill it. And to refill it, I just need a funnel. Get a funnel with a wide rim and the big hole, and just refill it easily without any mess. So those are my tips on organizing your spices. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Please like and subscribe to keep the channel alive. Thank you.